Hey Darlene, this is William Bowman. We spoke earlier on the phone. I actually could not find Billy Duke or Billy Hawks, whichever one he goes by. I wanted to go ahead and just record this video, and I'll go ahead and send it to you via that email. And if he gives you an email or whatever, the next time he gets the dog groomed, if you want to just give it to him, that way he can go ahead and make those changes. By the way, that's my pup Tank and my pup Bo. They're helping me here today. But basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to go into your website here and kind of show you a couple things. So this is Phat-N-Sassy Dog Grooming Salon. So I did notice that you guys switched it over from the Amarillo laptop repair. That can have some things that can change it, because that's the domain that you guys own. So that can change some things. It can also give a lot of your power over to the domain holder at this site. So it can kind of shuffle all of your popularity and give it to them. So then if we look through this website, the one thing that I do like is that you guys have information, right? So you guys have personalized photos on here. You guys have the pups. They get to see your services, your experience, all of that. So that's great. The one thing that I would recommend though is that it needs to be balanced out with a little more content. So typically what you want to see for the front page is you want to see anywhere between 1,200 to 1,500 words on the very front page. So what I want to go ahead and do is I want to see here what kind of keywords you guys have. So if we're looking, let's see, so Phat-N-Sassy, so let's do dog grooming. Okay, that's interesting. Amarillo? Okay, so you have Amarillo once, and it's Amarillo laptop repair. It's not Amarillo pet grooming, but you do have pet grooming right there. So that's good. So you have pet grooming once. And pet other than that once. So not very many keywords. So I think if you had more content, you would have the ability to have keywords. And why is that important? I am probably guessing that's what you're thinking. Well, this is what the keywords kind of relate to. So when somebody tries to search for you guys, right, they're going to put in, dog grooming, Amarillo, Texas. And what they're going to find is the very first thing they're going to find is the map pack. So this is called the map pack. And basically what this is it's saying, hey, we got certified with Google. We got an address. People can leave us reviews. That's great. A lot of people do use this, especially when you're thinking about your specific business. So pet grooming, people will look and see what places are nearby them. The next thing is people will look at these Yelps and these, and this is actually your first competitor. But a lot of people will actually skip Yelp. So I know a lot of people pay some pretty good money to be on Yelp. I don't know if you're one of them or not. I found you via the map pack. But I noticed that, let's jump into your first competitor and kind of see what are they doing? What makes their website successful? How did they get here? So I'm going to Need Us Bark Us, already. So like I see the website, I see kind of how it's set up. They also don't have very much content. I am guessing that they probably have more keywords. And I'm guessing that if you look at their other pages, looks like they have more content on their other pages. So they might be redirecting some of that power to their page. And with your page, let's see here. Yeah, so you don't have very many other pages to kind of push the services through to power up this front page, which is fine as long as you have the right amount of content, right? So let me look at, this is kind of like my analytical tool. This allows me to look at, the under the hood of how they are actually ranked right where they are. So if we look at Need Us Bark Us, they have a UR rating of 20 and then a DR rating of 1. So let me explain that. So UR is a URL rating. So if you want to think of it in terms of what Google thinks your website is, how trustworthy is it? So that will be your UR. And that's based off of relationships on your site, how often people visit there, how many times people stay on there, things like that. DR also is another factor that Google considers, and that is actually talking more along the lines of what power they think your website has. So what is its reputation? How does it intersect with other websites on the internet? So in order to be ranked up, typically, I find in cities comparable to yours, usually the people on the front page, their DR is like 20, 25, their UR is like 15. So it was actually kind of interesting to typically DR is very powerful, right? UR is powerful as well, but You want both of them. So I was kind of surprised to see these guys go up top. They have 114 backlinks. Let me explain what a backlink is. So a backlink is if somebody is on a blog and they're writing an article and then they all of a sudden say, hey, Phat-N-Sassy, that's where I get my dog groomed. If you guys go there, you guys should, talk to Darlene. And they put a link there and it goes to your website. That is a backlink. So they have 114 backlinks from 24 other sites referring back to them. And they have 96 keywords. So these are the keywords that I was talking about needs to be sprinkled into your content, and that will affect your Google rating. So look at the volumes here. So they're position number 2, right under Yelp, right? Look at how much volume people on a monthly basis search for this exact thing, 200. Then dog grooming Amarillo, it's a little bit different, right? 60. Pet grooming Amarillo, 80. Dog groomers Amarillo, 60. So you look at all these and you start realizing, wow, these add up. I could have so many more appointments for, dog grooming if I started popping into seeing, how do I get my website to be like that? So I looked over at your website and I was very surprised. Look at the DR. Your DR is winning, right? Because it might be because you've been around longer, or it might be the quality of your backlinks, which means that you didn't go out and, maybe this site, maybe they bought a bunch of backlinks. Not all backlinks are created equally, right? So look, that's a no follow. That means it's not sharing any of its domain rating to the site. This is 301 rejects. So that means that they got moved and those links no longer work. So a lot of 301 rejects, if you're noticing, a lot of no follows, 301 rejects, all of that. So let's look at yours. And I bet your domain rating is higher because you have better backlinks. So some 301, some 301s, some 301s. Oh, but look at that. Okay. That's a redirect from one of your pages to somewhere else. So that's interesting. So you have some backlinks. I would say maybe get some good quality backlinks, a little bit more of quality backlinks, and look at these organic words. You're only ranking for Phat-N-Sassy and Sassy Dog Grooming. So you're saying that, the customer already needs to know your name before they're looking for your services. So I think that, the big thing is what would really make an impact for you is content on the front page and making sure that you place in the keywords appropriately. Because you can't stuff the keywords. They can't be everywhere. There's a tactic to it. Definitely make sure that if you're going to do that, you're not stuffing it everywhere. 6 or 7 times on the front page, that's going to work great. So basically I hope this video was helpful for you. I would like some feedback if you have some time, maybe via email or via call. I think you mentioned that you'd probably be sending this to Billy Duke or Billy Hawks. I'm curious about what both of you think, just because I'm trying to get gauge for, whether or not the information that I'm providing is actually helpful or not. So if you'd like to reach out, you can reach out to me at 979-703-0056. I'll include that in the email and I'll actually send this to you here momentarily. Hope you have a great night. Bye.